The only other arguable flaw with the episode was how quickly it all seemed to wrap up in the second half. At the crescendo of Lily's big moment, Bell finally finds his way back to his friends, though Marie is nowhere to be seen. He intervenes and isolates himself and the Meikyuu into the most perfectly designed arena in the dungeon possible and battles it. Marie does show up at the very end, but disappears just as quickly. It's uncertain how quickly she'll come back. It wouldn't be surprising if a few scenes were cut from the source material to abridge the conclusion of this arc. Bell's fight is impressive, but the explanation of the clarity he's found to defeat the monster felt weak and unnecessary. There is the power scaling to consider, but what justification there is for Bell reigning victorious is implied through visual storytelling. In the review for episode 3, I wrote that the final fight felt a tad rushed, but it actually comes back into play in a really clever way, explaining how Bell is prepared to take on the Meikyuu. While this was appreciated, it still felt as though Bell's journey from being separated to reuniting with the party should have had a little more time to sell his strength and resolve going into the final fight. Regardless, the horrors of the dungeon seem to have been vanquished, and now it's time for the party to go home, get paid, and assess their situation. The ending of this chapter might have taken a little more time for itself, but if the rest of Season 4 is anything like this arc, fans are in for a hell of a ride.